So things look a little different. So guys, my name's MC. For those of you who haven't been here before, I make filmmaking content and like other stuff too. So for those of you who haven't followed me, things look a little different, don't they? So yes, I apologize for the echo. I hope like the mic is just there. Mic is just there, so hopefully the audio's okay. I'm gonna get some sound panels. But yeah, what's up guys? So today I'm gonna give you a bit of a life update. Not a filmmaking video, but a bit of a life update, and at least things look really, really nice. I mean, I got Philips Hue for Christmas. I'm using it. It's great. check this out. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, there's another light here that's like pink, but and there's like read or energize. And then I created there's like Tropical Twilight, Savannah Sunset. I created my own one, pink and blue. You know, because this is kind of the theme I'm going to be going for now, because I really, really, really love these colors. Anyway, okay, so I have moved back to the UK, and I am currently like, I'm living like near Gatwick now, so basically like 30 minutes from London, so it's all good, like work-wise and stuff. What else? Yeah, so I've been a little like AFK on YouTube recently. It's just, there's been a lot going on in terms of like, Christmas was a bit hectic because it was like family and, you know, Yaz and I were just chilling. We weren't doing too much, so I didn't really want to, I don't know, I didn't really want to work. I also didn't really have the space or the time to create a YouTube video that I really wanted to do, which was like tutorials, which is what this year is going to be full of. Tutorials and like tips and like little tidbits. Like I have like an organized plan of uploads and ideas and like what type of video will be posted which day of the week. So that's gonna be great. Yeah, so, okay, a little off topic from filmmaking. Maybe some of you noticed I put on a little bit of weight. So, okay, not too long ago, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, my dog Casper, he passed away. Or we had to put him down. He had cancer and kidney failure and a lot of things wrong with him, sadly. And this was quite a bit before Christmas. So Yaz and I went back in the summer and things were great. We went back, and then I went back again for 2 weeks. I can't remember what for, but I think part of it was for Casper, and another part was for something else. Don't remember now. And it's kind of like Casper held on, like to his life, to see me one more time. So yeah, those 2 weeks were kind of difficult because it's just like he was deteriorating and stuff like that, and then eventually it ended up that it was like the towards the end of the second week of me being there, he was just throwing up a lot and diarrhea and blood and and he was about 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old, and it was just kind of time. So it's pretty difficult. Sent my fitness into absolute nothingness. Hence, I'm a little bit fluffier than I was. I think I weighed about 100 kilos about 2 weeks ago or something like that when I bothered to check. Or no, when I was last in Singapore, I checked myself. I weighed about 100 kilos, which is 20 kilos more than the last time I weighed myself, probably a year ago. So, but I was in the slump for a while. I didn't really want to work out. I didn't want to care about my diet, and I didn't. And of course that made me more sad because when I was younger, I always had this thing of like, I was kind of chubbier.
I know.
Those of you who don't know, this is my girlfriend Yasmin. Say hi.
Whatever. It's like 12 o'clock.
Wow, I'm filming this incredibly late, guys. Dedication. Why do you whisper it's 12:19 in my ear? Okay, I'll be down.
I actually like these earrings.
Okay, so like I used to be a chubby kid, and the whole like being fat thing affected me when I was younger. Like, kids are dicks, so the whole bullying thing. So I never really wanted to go back to that. So being 100 kilos, and it's not all muscle as much as I would like for it to all be muscle. I mean, it's never all muscle, but like mostly muscle would be nice. But yeah, it was yeah. And then Yasmin had a talk with me, and like she was concerned, blah blah blah, things like that. I was supposed to say things like that. I've been in London too long. Yeah, so it was a good wake up call, and I mean today is like my first gym sesh in Crawley, so it's like the nearest gym basically, because like where I live is kind of like nowhere. It's like countryside-ish kind of thing, but the nearest town is Crawley, which is literally like a 10-minute drive, so it's not bad at all. And the gym sesh was pretty great. It was a great like it's just good to be back in that environment and back in that mindset. And the way I see it now, like what happened with Casper, because I've had him since I was 12 years old, so it's like he was like my brother and my best friend, and I grew up with him, and just having to, like, for those of you who don't have a pet or never have had a pet, or you just got one but haven't had to put one down, or you've had one put down but weren't there for it, it's like when they inject, it's like a green liquid, which is actually, it's anesthetic, but it's like an overdose of anesthetic. Once it goes in to the animal, you just feel them go limp and they're gone. And it was just kind of crazy how quickly it's like he was just there and then he's just gone. So like that memory kind of, I don't want to say haunted, because I don't want any memory of Casper to be haunting, but it stuck with me it stuck with me forever, to be honest, and it replayed in my head constantly. The odd thing was, after that, I went to go shoot a music video for someone in Singapore, because this was all in Singapore, just FYI, like I just moved to England, okay. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I made myself shoot the music video because, for one, it was the second day of it, so I had already shot half, so I kind of needed to go, and I said I would go. But part of me was like, it would be good to go, like, one, do it for Casper, but two, my crew and my friends, so it would be a good thing to take my mind off of it. Like, would I rather have gone home with my parents and just cried all day, or would I have preferred to go and do what I love and use the motivation of, Casper would want you to do well, to like make me do it well? So that's what I did. Music video didn't end up going anywhere. It doesn't matter, because I had a great time doing it. It was my first music video I directed, shot, and edited, and yeah, I mean, it was good. But it's like, yeah, I don't know if it put me into a depression or something. I think I've experienced it like once for a short period of time. I'm not an expert in depression, although I've helped friends with depression. Anyway, I'm so going off topic. This is what I do like every time I go off topic. God, the lighting is so nice, but this curtain is disgusting. Like, it's nighttime, so my curtains are closed, or this blind is closed, but I'm gonna get like a gray curtain or a white curtain or something. Yeah, so basically, it's been 5 months now, I think. It's been incredibly difficult. I mean, I'm only just now kind of getting my shit back together. I'm only recently getting back into meal prepping and like eating healthy foods. I had KFC tonight, not gonna lie, but it's Saturday, so and getting back into like actually wanting to go to a gym. I mean, I have a car now. I can't drive, but my dad's here for another month, so he's basically driving me whilst I get my lessons done. And then when I pass my test, it's like I won't need to depend on my dad to drive me to the gym, which thankfully is literally like 10 minutes away. So, and then, work is also picking up. So for the before 2019 started, before we went to Singapore in December, for 6 months when Yaz and I were living in the UK, it was very hectic. We were moving from place to place. Like, we moved from place to place a couple of times. So there's the insecurity of not having somewhere more permanent to live. Like, this is my parents' house. They own it, although they live in Singapore. So Yaz and I, we know we can stay here as long as we want, and until if they want to sell it some years later, or if they want to like change it up or something like that. So there's that security. And then there was the whole 6 months before we went to Singapore in December of no work. Like, I was trying my balls off, emailing and calling and loads of different websites and different emails and LinkedIn and everything. There was one day I emailed 40 people like within an afternoon or something, and no one got back to me. No one got back to me with work. I had one break from a friend, Lydia, if you're watching, UG. She managed to get me a job filming an event, so I got some decent pay, and it was like my first job in London, my first decent paycheck. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't like my full rate, but it was much better than nothing. It was like it was most of my rate, so I was happy. And like, thankfully now, 2019, it seems like from the get-go, I've just like, how people always say like, make sure you have an Instagram for your business and blah, 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 and eventually it will pay off. Well, eventually it paid off. It's like, I got found by a musician here in London, and he referred me to a friend. Like, he wanted me to shoot a music video, and I was in Singapore for that time, and so the timings didn't work out. But he referred me to his friend, and when I got back, we shot a music video, which is currently being edited. I think by the time this video goes up, it should be up, or it should be up in a few days. So it's by Reggie. It's called Waste No Time. The song's out. The music video, still editing it. And yeah, and then from then on, it's just like there's another friend, and there's another, like there's gonna be more people, and I've got a friend from uni who he did film production with me, but I remember he said he wished he did music instead, and now he's doing it. Like he's a rapper in London. So I mean, things are looking up. So I don't know, what's the whole point of this video? It's a life update, I guess, telling you where I've been, and also to kind of let you know that there will always be ups and downs in life, especially things as hard as like losing your best friend, your pet, your like brother or sister or whatever. Like I saw Casper as a brother. It's the kind of dog, he had attitude. Like he'd say something, and like even though he'd be like arr, arr, or he'd bark at you, it's like it's like he understood us. We're pretty sure he did understand us, and he'd reply as best as he could, and he'd give you these like looks like, don't talk to me like that, or something like that. I guess the point is you use the memory of the people or the animals that you loved to motivate you to do better, because it's what they would have wanted for you as well. Like, I know Casper's a dog, and maybe he doesn't have any concept of like a human doing well in life, but I like to think he does, and I use him every day to try and push myself to do better, because I know if he could speak, he'd probably say that's what he wants, and like that's a good job, MC, or something like that. So I guess this title of the video is gonna be I lost my best friend, something like that. Yeah, wow. But yeah, just a little life update. I mean, my desk is looking nice. Still got my red, which is amazing. Gonna be doing a video on like a piece of film gear. I'll give you a hint. It's on this camera. Okay, but there's a lot of things on this camera. So do you know what it is? It's the handle. And that's gonna be it. Sorry, it's been like a long-ish video, a little just kind of sit down and talk video, nothing too interesting. But for those of you who are genuinely just kind of interested in like what I've been up to, that's what I've been up to. But now, yeah, we're back in the UK, near London, living a good life. Living my best life, ho. Yeah. Have a good year, guys. See you around.